Hey everyone, welcome back to Fix and Flow Yoga. My name's Alex. Today we have Freya and Mosby joining us here today. So today's class is a 15-minute pickleball yoga warm-up and cool-down class. It's to prevent tennis elbow and just soreness in shoulders. Otherwise though, it's a great warm-up and cool-down for your pickleball later today. So yeah, when you're ready, come join me in a nice seated position here and we'll get started. So let's start by putting our hands on our knees, taking a second to close our eyes, and just honing in on some focus, taking a deep breath in, and letting it go. In and out. Maybe taking a second to visualize your game today, digest any good plays you made or good intentions for later plays, and finding stillness in that breath. One more breath in. And let it all go. From here, we're going to open our eyes, put our hands on our knees, give your upper body a little shake. And we're just going to start with some nice wrist circles here. So making a fist and doing some big circles here. Nice and slow. Seeing if you can go even slower. Coming in the other direction. Some nice big wrist circles here. Getting those joints nice and warmed up. From here, we're going to open our hands and spread your fingers as wide as you can and close. Make a fist. Open and tightly squeeze. Open and tightly squeeze. Let's not forget about that breath here. And because we're going to be working in the wrists today, just know your body. Try not to push into any pain too much. Just some nice gentle movement to help strengthen your wrists and warm them up for today's game. And one more here. Perfect. We're going to move into a nice cat and cow position here. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're going to roll our shoulders back. Deep breath in, arching your back, looking up. Inhale. And push down. Exhale. In. And exhale. Coming back to that game, visualizing some great plays you're going to make today. Seeing if you can focus on any areas you want to improve in. Exhale, push. Move at your own pace here. Just getting that back nice and warmed up. And let's just do 2 or 3 more here. Good girl, Freya. Last one. And now we're just going to meet into a nice neutral position here. Here we're going to come into a little stretch into our wrists. So we're just going to walk our wrists closer to our knees. And then we're just going to keep our hands nice and flat and wide on the mat. We're just going to lean forward. And again, don't push too hard. Just find what really stretches those flexor muscles of your forearms. Maybe you can do a little rocking side to side, rotating around. And this is a great way to stretch out your forearms here. So coming into a nice circle here. Hey, Freya, be good. Coming to the other side. Okay, now we're going to flip our hands down so our palms are facing up. Maybe you want to walk your hands closer to your knees here. And then we're just going to stretch out those extensors. So we're going to kind of sink back onto our heels a bit. And we're just going to gently rock here. Finding that breath. Holding for 10 more seconds here. So just slowing it down, not pushing too deep, and just working within your own body here. From here, you can gently come out. We're going to plant our hands. We're going to activate our body a little here as we curl our toes. And we're going to push up into a downward facing dog. So we're going to extend our knees and keeping a nice gentle bend in your knees, pushing your weight into your forearms, letting your forehead fall towards the mat, rotating your elbows inwards, rotating your hips up to the sky, and just walking those heels as we're gently just warming up the hamstrings and other parts of the body. Seeing if you can put a nice little bend in your elbows and push into those forearms. Again, we're just warming up here, so no need to push too hard. Just getting that body ready for your game. Finding that breath. We're just going to do 5 more breaths here. Nice, long, slow breaths. Awesome work, everyone. From here, we're just going to take a brief little break here, planting our knees onto the mat and just shaking out your body. From here, we're going to keep our left knee on the mat, putting the top of our foot onto the mat, and our right foot is going to step forward. Your hand is going to frame your ankle. And we're just going to come into a low lunge here. Hands come onto your hips. Roll those shoulders down the back. Looking forward, just stretching that hip flexor. So right in here. Taking some nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Seeing if you can breathe into that hip, letting it go just a little deeper. Two more breaths here. From here, we're going to plant our left hand down to the mat, and we're going to reach up with the right, just activating that back body, reaching behind you up to the ceiling, seeing if you can look up at your hand. Reach a little higher if that's in your practice, creating some space in your shoulder blades and neck. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out, hand frames your foot. I'm going to step back. And we're going to step forward with the left foot here. So walking those hands back, hands find their way to the hips, shoulders roll back. And we're going to sink into that right hip flexor. So taking a deep breath in, letting it go. This is going to be great for when you're really digging those balls out of the far corner and you need to do a big reach over to it. We're just going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand plants to the ground. We're going to sweep our left hand up and reach. Looking up at that right hand. Deep breath in. And exhale. And out. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Coming out nice and slow. Great work, everyone. We're going to come back and just do a really brief child's pose. So your knees come to the edge of the mat. We're going to rotate our hips forward, letting our forehead sink to the ground. Just letting your back decompress for a moment here. Holding for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Coming forward as we gently make our way onto our backs. We're just going to get our glute muscles activated here with some gentle glute bridges. So bringing those heels close to your butt, hands plant on the floor. And then when we're ready, we're going to push our hips forward, engaging our glutes, and imagining you're holding an imaginary block between your knees. So your legs are engaged, your glutes are engaged. See if you can bring attention to your abdomen, engaging your core. And here we're just going to hold for 10 more seconds, finding that breath, finding that stillness and that intensity that you're going to bring to your match. Pushing a little higher. Hands plant, shoulder blades plant. 3, 2, 1. And releasing nice and slow. Maybe doing some windshield washers here, side to side, before we come into our next set. One more time here. So planting your hands, planting your feet, and push. Gauging those glutes. Hips push to the ceiling. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming out. From here, we're going to just extend our legs out, trying not to hit any animals. Bringing our left knee above our body and letting it fall over to the side to a nice twist. Just wringing out those vertebrae. You can let your left arm fall open to the side. Maybe you want to look over your right shoulder here. Finding that breath. We're just going to hold here for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Coming out nice and slow as we extend our left leg out. Right knee's going to come up to the ceiling. We're going to let it fall over to the left. Bending that right arm, extending out to the right. And you can look over to the left or to the right if you want a little deeper stretch here. Finding that breath and that stillness in your mind and body. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out nice and slow. From here, we're just going to take a moment in Shavasana, which is just laying still, tucking those shoulder blades, opening up your body to the sky. And from here, you can either visualize your game, or if you want to just turn your mind off for a second, that's perfect too. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And from here, you can pause the video, taking as much time as you need. Otherwise, that's our 15 minutes for today. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me, Fix and Flow Yoga. Bria and Mosby, thank you. And yeah, kick some butt out there today, or I hope you had some fun, and make sure you wear sunscreen and drink lots of water. Namaste.